And it worked. It worked. We are here with a match between EG and M5. International 2, and I say we because we're with 2. My name is Sheever, and I am casting together with TriumphOfMan. How are you holding up without food?
Indeed. Oh, I'm doing okay. I'm going to eat something later. I'm going to eat something that's tasty and really, really nice. But this match, I noticed Don Mitch in my channel is asking which one of these two teams, Moscow 5 and Evil Genius, which is the favorite team. To be dead honest, it'll be Evil Genius. Moscow 5 has not been having a good start at all today, or even yesterday. They've been getting tossed around and beaten up really badly. EG had a bit of a shoddy start, but they picked things back up, Sheever.
Yeah, they are 4 up, 4 wins, 6 losses, and M5 2 wins and 8 losses. So they really need these points, even though they're not going to have any chance of getting into the upper bracket anymore, I believe. Not with their loss streak right now. They need, well, they want wins, of course. You need that practice, you need those wins. All they can do now is use these games to be able to get ready for a losers bracket, because it's only gonna be one match. It's the best out of 1 for the losers bracket game. 1 match on stage, and you lose that one, and you're out. You're a spectator.
Man. That is going to be a lot of pressure. Hopefully nobody chokes under it. But Moscow 5, look at the bands here. They've gone straight for that Lycan, straight for that Naga Siren as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like Chen get knocked out as well. Or even the Invoker. Invoker has been a bit of a powerhouse hero so far. The Lone Druid. Lone Druid has been showing up almost every single damn match today, Sheever.
Yeah, quite surprising actually, because if we check the Dota Academy stats from yesterday's matches, Lone Druid was actually in the pool of heroes that was least successful. I think he won 9 and lost 15 matches or something like that. So not really doing all too great, but today we've seen him win a lot of matches, so I think we're gonna see that one changed around. It's Rubik that gets banned out for the last one, 4 and 5. I agree with that ban out. It is a very strong hero. Of course, I find him very entertaining to watch, so it's sad for that, but it's 4 and 5, it's a good choice. Let's see what EG is gonna be picking up first here. Which heroes do we still have in the pool that we sometimes see banned out? We're gonna have a Broodmother. It's gonna be a Chen, like you expected him to be banned out, not being banned out. So first pick for EG, having a jungle hero secure for them. Oh, are we gonna?
I kind of thought they'd take the Chen out.
Enigma.
I thought they'd take Chen out because they have Malk, and Malk is a pretty nasty jungle, and he's really good with Chen. Enigma, I would love to see Enigma on M5 just because PGG and his black holes are legendary for all the wrong reasons.
I was gonna say, they're legendary, but I'm not sure if he wants it to be that way. But it is, I mean, they need a jungle hero, kinda. Still, I mean, M5 likes to run a jungle hero. It could still be Enchantress, of course, as well. I'm not sure if it's gonna be picked up now, because of course they still have the chance of picking it up later on with their 3rd pick, and it's not like EG is gonna pick it up instead, because they already have their jungle hero.
Oh dear God, here it comes again. The Lone Druid with the Invoker.
The 2 heroes that you were suggesting for bans? Yeah.
Yep. I mean, we saw Kablax, they dealt with it pretty well. I mean, they dealt with it really well, actually. Completely crushed the hell out of Tong Fu. So we've seen it's quite doable. The question is, will EG bring something? Now, honestly, the kind of hero, I want to see some odd picks. Stuff like Batrider. Demon actually plays a pretty cool Batrider. I would like to see that get busted. I would also like to see some of those really off-the-wall picks break into this, but I doubt we will see something like an Ursa pop out. Actually, I need to go watch more Zenith games, because they are the kind of crazy that will bust out an Ursa and make it work.
Yeah,
the next couple of picks, I think they're probably going to see the mids and maybe a carry get picked up here.
Yeah, solo lane and either support or a carry, whichever they want to secure first. And, I mean, we already said M5 is not going to get into the winners bracket anymore with this match. But EG actually still has a chance. They are 4 to 6, and they could definitely still have a match. If they win 2, then they're 4th. Of course, CLG still is 2 games behind, so we'll have to see how that goes. But they still have a chance, and it's gonna be a support and a Morphling, so not going for solo lanes. That is
well. I mean, we've seen Morphling solo mid multiple times so far in this tournament, so it could be a solo mid Morphling for all we know. But definitely, Crystal Maiden is we might even see an ES get busted up for once, just because CM and ES go together so damn well. Just the long range they've got, they're extremely powerful. They are planning to run some kind of trial, although I don't think they will, because there is a Lone Druid. They don't want to get themselves under-leveled, because they come to that 20-minute mark, and Lone Druid has the Radiance done and dusted, and they start trying to fight with low-level supports who've been doing not much, but sort of stacking and just pulling a little bit. They will definitely suffer.
Yeah, and
we can go into the second banning phase now.
Broodmother, indeed. You're either gonna shut down the Lone Druid or the Broodmother, but not both. So pushing power up on M5. And if Morphling is gonna be laning together with the Crystal Main, I mean the bans for M5 are pretty simple right now. Ban out the solo lanes that you don't want to face. Beastmaster. And of course they can ban out heroes that are countering the Broodmother, like maybe the Titan or the Sand King are the ones they want to ban out, but they have a lot of good banning options, not being having to guess around what AG might want to go for with the last pickups. It's going to be an Enigma ban out still, so EG kind of still worried that M5 wants to go into the jungle. Of course, Enchantress Broodmother, with the Enchantress in the lane, in the forest next to the Broodmother, is a quite famous lineup, and EG might be wanting to ban that one out, and then 5 indeed tied on their ban out, counter to Broodmother. They don't want to have that. Is it going to be an Enchantress and a Sand King? Enchantress and a Sand King for last ban out? What do you reckon?
I think it's definitely possible. I would like to see Lone Druid actually get some farm time. It's kind of painful to watch Lone Druid just not get anything. And one of the things that might have helped Tongfu last match was just to cut their losses and go, okay, Hao is not getting the money he needs. This is going pear-shaped. We just need a Battle Bear. We need to just buy something small, get a Maelstrom, get anything that can just sort of accelerate Druid's farm, and just make him useful in a fight, and then just try and fight back with that. But as it is, we'll see if he can actually do anything this time around. Moscow 5, they might just go... I think they may be more aggressive just because they do have that Invoker this time around. And Broodmother, like you said, it's going to be difficult to take out both of them once. Enchantress, though, Sheever, you called it. There is the Enchantress ban, and the question is, will they follow with... nope. Alright, Beastmaster is a similar case to Sand King, though. He does deal well with the Broodmother.
Yeah, and... next to that, next to dealing with the Broodmother, it is a solo lane, which is, if indeed Crystal Main and Morphling are going to be laning together, something that EG will be looking at. Of course, Sand King can solo lane against the Broodmother as well, and Windrunner Queen of Pain still in, EG still having that, and as you said, a Bedrider Demon has been solo laning with that as well. Could still be a possible pickup here, but I'm expecting them to go maybe for, we're going to see a Bounty Hunter again, but one of those heroes that can solo lane as well as have a level 6 ulti, or something that he can be on the lane with, and at level 6 he'll go around and gank his stuff just so he can get the attention of Morphling, who wants to have free farm. So Beastmaster would have been good, but something like, for example, a what is still in? Well, Sand King. I didn't mean the Sand King, even though Sand King is the kind of hero that does the same thing, but he's gonna be stuck on the lane with the Broodmother anyway. But Chaos Knight, for example, not level 6, but then level 8, but one of those kind of heroes. Brewmaster would be a good one there as well. And Lich will be picked up by M5. Wow.
That is definitely a little bit unusual. We don't see a lot of Lich. I'm guessing he's going to be trying to look after the Lone Druid just a little bit. I think Evil Geniuses could really mess with Moscow 5 here. If they send the Sand King solo bot, he could quite easily meet the Broodmother and Controller. Even if she does manage to eventually get a Soul Ring and get her Spy in the forest, farming the forest, the main deal is he will keep his tower under control and prevent her from prevent her from putting a ton of pressure on, and they won't need to bring lots and lots of heroes to keep dealing with her constantly. So I think they could do that, and they could actually run an aggressive, especially with Enchantress knocked out, they could actually run Crystal Maiden, Morphling, and Chen in an aggressive short lane, of course Chen ducking in and out of the jungle, and just basically do what was done last match, and just really, the last couple of matches, just really shut down that Lone Druid and prevent him from being really effective. But no, they're going for the Bounty Hunter. Is this possibly, I think this might actually be a solo mid Morphling if they're going for the Bounty Hunter for the suicide lane there.
Morphling could be a dual lane with the Crystal Main, with Sand King solo, easy lane against the Broodmother, and indeed Bounty Hunter on the hard lane, able to get that track money. It is a hero, again, a level 6 hero. As soon as he's level 6, he's gonna roam around, take kills, and gives that extra gold to his team. I'm kind of curious to see what M5 is gonna go for. I mean, Lich is a good one against the Morphling. You want to stop him from farming all too fast. But which one is gonna be in the middle, or if it's indeed in the middle, first the Morphling and Crystal Main lane up? Is it gonna? It's not gonna be a Lone Druid. An Invoker.
It's very unlikely to be Lone Druid, I think. I think it's possibly They will probably try to solo the Invoker if at all possible. They may rotate the Lich if he does come into a bit of trouble or whatever. They do want another support, and the Venomancer said that is also another candidate to help him if they go for that, though. It really depends. I mean, they could actually. I don't think they would actually. I don't think that sideline the Invoker is probably most likely going to be solo mid here, and the question will just be whether or not they bring a dual mid to help him out as well. But I am really worried about M5. I feel like M5, they're in danger of having him encountered pretty hard here. I mean, you've got the Bounty Hunter, helps deal with the Broodmother as well, really helps gank her as well, can suicide quite nicely, and the Sand King will keep running control. They could even just run Crystal Maiden and Sand King. If that's a kill lane there, it will completely decimate Broodmother. She won't be able to get anywhere near the creep. It will control her completely. Morphling can farm mid by himself against Invoker pretty easily. And then Bounty Hunter, well, he can just look after himself against the Lone Druid. And it comes down to what the Chen does as well. Yeah. I think as well.
How aggressive he's gonna be, definitely. And I'm actually thinking Venomancer with Broodmother together on the lane could be a potential too. I mean, Sand King is a counter to Broodmother already, and having that Venomancer combined with the Broodmother will just make sure that at least PGG, who's on the Broodmother, is gonna get some farm for himself. As we're on the game, let's go over who's playing what, because we've got a bit of a different draft or different pickup heroes than I normally see, at least. We see Vegas actually being the one on the Lich. He is. I have seen him playing hit before, but I do like him on the not so supporting heroes. But at least Vegas on the Lich. We are gonna have PGG on the Broodmother, which is actually also awkward because I thought that would be Blood Angel, but this Blood Angel who's gonna be on the Lone Druid. He's gonna be on the hard lane there with Oh, sorry, that's a different hero, of course, different side with Admiration on the middle lane on the Invoker, and Silent on the Venomancer, helping out indeed the Broodmother on the top lane. And that is everybody. So we're gonna have a dual lane indeed with Invoker, Lich, I think mid lane. Or Lich at least is gonna rotate to wherever the Morphling is gonna be, and indeed a dual lane top with Silent and PGG on the Broodmother.
Lich is a little hard to tell because obviously he's just dumping wards at the moment, and he will hang around a lane potentially just to get a creep off the first wave and leave and go somewhere else. But he could sit in the mid. You're right, he could definitely dual mid, but it really depends what he wants to do. It's actually going to be Broodmother in the top. I think they've rotated her up, and it's going to be Blood Angel in the hard lane here, and it looks like I think they could even possibly send Lich down there to help him out if he struggles just a bit. But see, they've sent Bulba to the bottom lane expecting Broodmother to be here, and this rotation of the Broodmother has messed them up a little bit. So a smart play there from PGG, just moving himself over somewhere else. So he's actually possibly going to be able to threaten this top tower quite easily.
Yeah, and Bounty Hunter has not gone, Demon has not gone to the top lane just yet, so he didn't see the web just yet, so they don't know yet that there is indeed a Broodmother top, so we might see a lane rotation going off there, and that's indeed the case. We see Demon rotating. He is gonna be, I think he's gonna be going towards the bottom lane, even though he's still waiting for someone to show. Now they see PGG top. Is he gonna be going there? It looks like he is. Sorry for the cat sounds, by the way. It happens.
It's the internet. I think they don't hate cats. That's what I hear anyway. This Lone Druid, though, in the solo lane, it's just going to be a bit of a rough thing, but he is actually dragging these creep back, and just trying to keep them, make sure they don't disappear, like they don't get underneath his tower, so they don't get pushed back really, really quickly. Meanwhile, I think PGG is going to have a very easy time up here against the Bounty Hunter. In fact, Bounty Hunter, probably a little bit discontented that he can't really do a whole lot at the moment. He's going to struggle to make a huge impact. Chen, on the other hand, at the moment, like, Lone Druid isn't going to be under a lot of pressure because Chen is going to basically be working this down here. If he keeps controlling the lane like this, he's going to be relatively safe, although he is accidentally going to push the wave back under his own tower there, which is going to cause it to press forward in a second.
Yeah, and, I mean, I was still kind of expecting Demon to maybe rotate towards the bottom lane, but to be fair, he's gonna be fine. It's still the hard lane. He wasn't expecting to get that much farm anyway, and with his invisibility, he will be able to continue getting levels regardless. It will, like you say, give PGG a bit of more free farm than AEG is probably willing to give away. But unless they're really gonna switch up lanes, nothing is gonna change. And Bulba is gonna be able to be okay against Blood Angel as well. He is actually getting some last hits, 3 for 2 right now, with the Lone Druid 4 for 5.
I think the bigger problem at the moment is that without Sand King up there, once he gets to about level 3, level 4, level 5, it's going to be very... Like, you see now, there's already Spiderling stacking up, and there's nothing that Bounty Hunter, the Demon, can actually do to control those Spiderling waves. They're just going to mass up, and they're going to start drilling. It's going to put a lot of pressure on this top 2 tower. As I actually get the first Blood in mid, I managed to miss that completely. Fantastic. Lich going to counterattack there. But he's not going to do that much damage. Fear apparently just diving in and taking out poor old Invoker there. Invoker has actually gone for an Exhort build, so we will be seeing some Sunstrikes getting sprayed around. It looks like in the bottom lane, Sheever, Malk is looking for a kill, or at least to harass.
Yeah, and he has a wild kill with it to slow down Blood Angel if he gets it. I don't think he's gonna get it though. No Burst Strike, no range for Bulba, and he's just gonna have to continue going back to farming. As we have Demon setting up for another gank in the middle lane. There is a Sentry Ward there, however, though they do see him. We do have Crystal Main, Frostbite, Invoker, a lot of trouble. He's gonna try to steal kill off the Crystal Main, but he's not gonna be able to do so. Morphling getting another kill upon the Invoker with Vigos just standing there. He can't do anything. Reform through. Fear just forcing Vigos back. He's not going to be able to get a kill, but definitely working out for EG so far on this middle lane, for sure.
I think this is pretty much the best that Demon could do at the moment, because there is no way he can do anything but the same. PGG has complete free reign to do whatever the hell he feels like at the moment. Demon all he can do at the moment is just stand here and hope to leech some experience, but he's just going to continue to build up wave after wave of Spiderlings, especially with, he just needs to be careful though, because this could actually be a problem, although there's no Shuriken, and now Demon may have made, no, he's got another Invis ready to go. I was about to say, he may have made a terrible mistake, because that army of Spiderlings is not going to take any prisoners against him. Obviously, Universe in the mid, but that's just it. They just don't have any AoE to really stop this spam. See, look at this, Sheever. He can just basically burn this tower down, and all Demon can do is stare. Yep. And basically feel a little silly.
The Spiderlings are indeed, I mean, Demon, maybe he can get a last hit on 1 or 2, but it's really, like you said, that AoE damage that they miss, that they want on the Sand King, that has a caustic finale to deal with those Spiderlings, that is what they miss. And again, I'm saying it, they should maybe have changed around lanes, swapped around. But I guess
they definitely could have rotated. It would have slowed them down a bit, because
yeah.
I feel like they probably could have seen this coming, just because of the fact Sand King did scout that bottom lane, discovered that there were no brood webs already set up, but she generally charges down there very quickly to get those brood webs set up ASAP. Maybe they decided, you know what, we're happy letting Broodmother harass that top lane. It's okay. We'll let her burst down that top lane. We'll just make sure Bounty Hunter just gets a bum. Do a little bit more damage in mid. As they bring down with a DD rune, they drop that Lich, and it now looks like, no, there's no extra mana there on Crystal Maiden, so they will lose the Morphling as well.
Yeah, Morphling versus the Lich trade, not very good for the Radiant team. In the meantime, there was a lucky entangle up in Bulba. He's now out of regens, and Blood Angel was almost able to get a kill there. That was the one I was following, but that didn't turn into a kill, unfortunately, for Blood Angel. But he did, I mean, he has the momentum of the lane for sure, with that bear, able to harass Bulba, even though the caustic finale will make sure that the bear will get forced back slightly. In the meantime, Invoker kills in the mid lane all around. Invoker picking off the Crystal Maiden. Morphling not able to do anything there, and Invoker uses himself to get back his life. And wow, I feel like I'm missing more kills than over the entire day so far. I don't think I've missed so many kills, yeah, the entire day. I haven't missed the first blood yet, by the way, apart from this one.
Yeah, it's definitely a really relatively action-packed mid lane here. I didn't think they'd really get that much out of it, but they are. Meanwhile, though, first tower down, going to be the top tower. PGG going to bring that down. He's just going to continue pressing forwards, and I guess they're just happy, like, alright, well, we'll let him have it. Maybe this hoping bowler can get really farmed here, get up that fast blink dagger and arcane boots, and then maybe they'll have the initiation value that they need to really drive M5 back. But M5 at least off to a good start for now, but now it looks like Beer is going to try and cause some... Nope, back to mid, never mind.
Indeed, he was thinking
about it. I think he's going to go on attack.
And one reform through is killing off a lot of Spiderlings if he wants that, but he doesn't want to risk it. It's level 6 up on the Broodmother. Venomans are there as well with the Gale. It's just too risky. Bounty Hunter is only level 5. No track up on him just yet. It's not worth it to leave his lane just yet. And he's getting okay last. It's 19 for 7, and he's got 3 kills so far, 20 for 9. And Invoker, I mean, he's been present in both kills so far, because all kills have happened on the middle lane, I was gonna say. But now Sand King using his epicenter, he is level 7, and kills all around. Still Bounty Hunter dropping from the Sunstrike from Invoker, and that is 1 for 1. Bounty Hunter versus the Lone Druid. Can't believe that Sunstrike actually got him. I thought he was being so safe.
Yeah, well, the Sunstrike got. He was completely slowed by Broodmother. There was no escape from there, just getting hammered on. And unfortunately, then he just had the Sunstrike drop on his head. And they also had a counter ward up, so they could see him. It was under the tower. It has been since cleaned up. I hear a Sunstrike. Oh, just short of Sand King there.
He's trying it. It just reminds me that it's been a while since I've casted matches for M5, because they make kills happen, and I have to say, I was not expecting this aggressive lineup for this aggressive play from this lineup. 7 kills, 7 minutes. If it's gonna continue, I'm not sure I can guarantee no more kills misses, because they're just happening all over the place right now. Most of them in the middle lane, of course, as we have witnessed. But yeah. Oh well, Morphling. I mean, 25 last hits, and I'm saying it's quite even with Invoker. Actually now slightly better, and that is also with Lich still denying as much creeps as he can. So quite surprising there for Morphling, still farming well, even though there is a Lich there.
As I have one of the viewers asking, Domich is asking, why doesn't Chen help out that poor old bounty hunter? It's pretty much because if he goes up there at this point in time, he can just get his head kicked in by Broodmother. Yeah. That about sums it up. Looks like Fear is going to pop a haste through though. He's looking for a kill, and VVV is in a seriously bad position. A Sunstrike though, although the Hand of God going to keep Universe in business. Fear though still chasing after Invoker. Invoker taking critical damage here. The auto attacks are quite bad for 51 agility at the moment. There's a nuke from... There's a nuke there on the Venomancer from Chen there. There's not enough damage though to take him out as he's going to sneak away. Lich is down though, Invoker is down, and now look at his right click damage is huge. Does he have a Waveformer? Yes, he does. Waveforms on top of the Lone Druid, and he's in the wounded animation. He's not going to heal up enough, and there he goes. He is dead meat. Morphling. Look at his agility levels, 57 agility at the moment. He's just morphing it up like crazy. He's 700 health. Yeah, you know what? I'll sit on that. I just want tons and tons of base damage because he's 100 plus damage at 9 minutes in. That is huge.
Yeah, and that was a triple kill for Morphling also, triple kill for Fear. In total there were 4 heroes dying from M5 around that middle lane, with of course the start being Vegas being picked off on his Lich. So definitely not good for M5. They didn't even get a single kill in return, I believe, as oh. Now we have a level 6 on the bounty hunter. The lanes have swapped around, by the way. We have got Sand King now on the top lane versus that Broodmother with bounty hunter. He rotated to the bottom lane for a second, but it looks like now they want to just go for that Broodmother. There's gonna be a track up as soon as Broodmother shows her face, which is now, there's a dust, there's a track, epicenter being used. PGG, he is down, he is dead. Sand King's epicenter, I'm not even sure if that was needed, but it gets the kill, secures the kill. And EG making sure that he doesn't get any more pushes done for now, for another 20 seconds that is.
As I say, best kill's an overkill, and they sure made sure it happened. Just drilled him down. I agree, the epicenter probably wasn't that necessary, but why not? Kill him quickly, make sure he's got no reinforcements coming. Of course, you know, if he did actually nuke them with the spawn spiderlings, Invoker could potentially just drop a Sunstrike on their face, which at this point in time does a lot of damage. What is it? 287.5 pure damage. It's actually really, really painful.
Especially the 0.5.
Oh yes, definitely.
I know.
That's the deal breaker there. Oh, there's another dust in 10 seconds, and Demon knows he's in this web too. He's dead sure he's in this web. He's waiting for him to reveal himself. He knows he's here now. He's going to dust him. Here come the... Yeah, no, they're not going to happen. Although Bulba's coming from... Silence coming from behind Bulba. They could go for a kill on him if they wanted to.
Yeah, still 3 versus 2.
Never mind then.
Not very ideal. Spawn Spiral Links. Make sure Sand King is forced back. Level 9 versus level 8. Sand King actually higher level than Broodmother here. Morphling killing a kill on the Lone Druid. I'm sticking on the top lane though. Still expecting something to happen here. How did he get a kill on the Lone Druid? Were you able to
Chen was there, probably helping out.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, the Chen had the neck creep there. Actually, no, it wasn't the neck creep. Neck creep didn't participate. Maybe it was just Morphling getting him while he was overextending. Potentially. Either way, though, I'm just looking back at the mid. A Hand of Midas on Invoker. And it's slightly unusual build. It is going to basically prove annoying against it. Oh, for Chen, just because they can knock off his creep quite quickly. We'll just steal a couple of them while he's busy trying to team fight. See PGG still getting well out of control. He's already got one Oblivion stuff done, and very close to getting a second. He's actually very, very close to an Orchid, but it looks like a bit of combat up top. Silent in some serious trouble. A teleport away there for Crystal Man. She doesn't manage to escape. And it looks like they will trade for Silent though, so both supports going down there, Sheever.
Yeah, of course it's going to be a track up on the support from M5, so EG getting slightly the better of that, giving some extra gold to Demon. And in the meantime, on the bottom lane, a tier 1 tower dropped, and we have Fear moving away there. Was going to try to go for Lone Druid, but apparently decided it was not worth the dive, and good for him, because Vegas was already on his way there as well. But the tower will stand. And yeah, it's looking good for EG. They have the domination on the game, and actually the Hand of Midas on Invoker, who's gonna get tracked up here, and Shuriken toss, and oh, Sunstrike is gonna try to help off Cube Demon, but he doesn't go down. Who does go down is the Invoker, actually. Morphling picking him off, morphing into strength. Chain Frost helping out, but is nothing to bounce it up again. Fear, is he gonna be able to stay alive? We still have Demon around there as well. We form through. Is there gonna be more? Demon, he wants to go for Silence. Burrow Strike, Epicenter. Silent goes down. Vegas gets a track up on him, and he has to back off again. That was a track kill. 3 heroes, more gold for EG there, and they are happening kills all over the place. They have got the map control, and they wanted to go for a Burrow Strike and blink upon Vegas again. They didn't have the range on that though. With Sand King having a blink dagger up on himself, nice item to have, and of course he has the farm for it. He did do very well for his lone druid on the bottom lane.
That's it, it's coming at a cost, which is PGG is completely out of control at the moment. Once this tower goes down, if it goes down, it is looking that way, although no Sand King is en route. He will stop this, but he is very, very close to that Orchid. He's already got both Oblivion Stars. He's like 100 gold away from the recipe, and then he has this huge, painful weapon in his hands, although he really could do with a BKB in the near future, because as we've seen, the Blink and the Epicenter are very, very painful to come up against.
Yeah, and 13 minutes is a very fast Blink Epicenter indeed. And there's still a Venomancer level 5. He's gonna be so squishy against that combination, and not only for the Blink Burrow Strike, but also for the Ethereal Blade that's being built by the Morphling. He already picked up his Ghost Scepter, so giving away that he's indeed gonna go for that, giving Venomancer maybe some time to save up for Cloak, or at least some extra HP, because he needs that. He is gonna go down so fast otherwise. Only 600 HP, not very fun to be with, if indeed that Ethereal Blade is gonna be up very fast.
I think he may go for the Ethereal Blade because, he's definitely going for the Ethereal Blade, but no, I feel that they are going for the Ethereal Blade just because the shotgun ability in this match is so painful. It is really going to help them deal with the Broodmother as well, and just pick up so many squishy heroes at the moment. And I feel this is why I really wonder why he went for the Invoker went for this early. It's just because it's making us see him just get killed again and again and again. He's just too squishy. Like, often we'll see Invokers, they go for, well, he has picked up Power Treads, but often we'll see them pick up stuff like, they'll grab the early drums, look at the 4-star for survivability, and just make sure they have some kind of good escape mechanism. In this case, he has been getting picked up a lot, although the track, the blink, the stun, and unfortunately, PGG, his reign of terror is being cut short at a rapid rate. They're just going to jump him again and again and again. I guess, Sheever, that Bulba, or EG were happy trading their early game for PGG because they feel like they can basically bring him under control with Bounty Hunter now.
Tower goes down on the top lane. Blood Angel, is he gonna go down? 11 HP still left on Blood Angel. He is gonna be staying alive. That's not gonna be the plan from Morphling, but at least he got the tower. It was actually Chen picking up the tower, last tower hit, but wow, Blood Angel, 11 HP left. But able to stay alive. Able to stay alive and need 800 gold up on him. He's died 3 times so far though. 52 last hits, really not doing as well as he was hoping to. And it's gonna be hard for him to still keep up with the farm of the Morphling, because that is gonna be his job. Counter carrying. Sunstrike is gonna hit on Fear though, but the tower will still go down. Oh, actually that does a lot of damage. TP incoming from the Lich. Nova, there goes the tower. Cold Snap going off, but he's morphing in strength. Should be fine.
Yeah, he'll retreat okay. There's no real issue there. He was just making sure. Oh no, top lane Epicenter again. They're just going to camp up here time and time again every single time PGG comes out to try and farm this lane now. He needs to come up with something different, because every single time he comes this lane, they have Demon and Bulba camping his face and just shutting him down. They really need to bring some extra support up there now. Maybe have that Lich go up there as well. Maybe
even have Broodmother go towards the bottom lane and go for tier 1 towers again, because that's a lot safer than what he's been doing right now. And like you said, I mean, the same trio of heroes is just constantly picking him off. And there's dust, there's track, they use the resources, but they're getting results, and they even get the tower now. And Chen picking off the Lone Druid with help of Fear on this bottom lane. Lone Druid who still has not been getting that much chance to farm, and he probably... What if the Lone Druid switches up with the Broodmother, because both of those lanes are not working right now for neither of them.
I feel like if he goes like, yeah, this is it, like neither lane is really working, and the fact is, as soon as Brood goes somewhere, they are going to chase after her. Like this is pretty much the mission. This is pretty much the primary mission for Demon and Bulba is find Broodmother and kick her head in. And so they're doing it again, like they're just skulking here and saying, if you come away from that tower, we're going to kill you. Although Bulba, maybe just sit here for 40 seconds and wait for Epicenter to come back, because unfortunately by rushing that Orchid as fast as he did, PGG is so squishy. So Bulba's just content to sit here. In fact, Crystalmane's camping here as well. I didn't even notice Universe up above them, hiding in the trees. So they're just going to go and pick up. There we go. They just go, you know what? I'm going to kill Silent now. We can kill her. And there's the track. There's all that bonus money. She gets down to nukes, but PGG go, nah, screw this. I'm out. It actually goes. Port's mid. He is trying to save Blood Angel there. They do get the Sunstrike in. The silences, and it looks like PGG may even pick up a kill on Malkia. Broodmother will, the damage amp will actually finish him off there.
Yeah, at least there's something that they get, and it's a good choice for him to TP there, but he's gonna walk back towards the top lane there, and Tier 2 tower is gonna get pressured. They won't be able to kill it off. Burrow Strike on some of the Spiderlings, and yeah, like you said, I mean, those three heroes, they were just waiting for PG to show his face, and when he didn't, okay, well, they settled for someone else. That's fine as well. Sunstrike is not gonna hit anything anymore. Everybody TP'd out, but EG, either they're killing someone top or they're killing a tower bottom. They just keep the pressure on. The only way that's going to be a bit safe for farm is mid lane. They're leaving that alone slightly, but I think that's only for a short while, because that's a tier 2 tower still waiting to get pressured, and they're going to be able to do that very fast. Oh, Silent, that's not fun. Morphling, weave from through, and bye, unstoppable. Blood Angel TPing out, rightfully so. He couldn't do anything to help his teammate, and that's going to happen every time. And it's going to happen faster shortly, because his Ethereal Blade is almost ready up on the Morphling.
In fact, it's done now. He can just go and pick it up straight out. In fact, replicating back to mid lane. There is, in fact, a fight going on there as they bring down the Invoker once again. He is getting absolutely hammered this match. Bulba is just all over the show. Sandking actually going for Vanguard. It's not an uncommon pick on him. It just comes down to the same reason we see Sandkings get BKBs. It just really makes them a lot tankier and harder to pick up in the fights. And the longer they stay up, the more Burrow Strikes we see getting spammed again and again and again and again. So this time just going to kill the bear. Do they have a spare bear in his pocket? Yes, they do. They can resummon it right now. Yeah, Morphling will just grab that ethereal right now.
I do like the Vanguard on Sand King though. I mean, he's also building for a Veil of Discord, but he's going really hard in for the initiator role. He can just blink in there with his epicenter, not being afraid to die, and he just took on a massive wave of Spiderlings, by the way. That was quite insane. The last hits on, look at the last hits on Sand King. He just spiked up there, and that's Spiderlings right there for you. 137 higher up on there than the Broodmother, who's been having free farm for a very long time. 1600 gold up on her. Monster kill for the Morphling. Ethereal Blade doing its work. That was the Lich going down, and it looks like he's gonna be fine. He did take a Gale, but you know, they're not gonna chase that. He's too tanky.
This is how ballsy Morphling feels he can play. Normally, when they do the shotgun thing, they'll have the replication set up for the retreat. Basically, Morphling is scouting out a target with the replication instead, then replicating to it, and then blasting them in the face with his full combo. And look at, he's sitting on 9 strength. This is how cocky he feels that he can play. He is really, really quite cocky at the moment. But, I mean, it comes down to the fact he's had a great start. And the fact is, M5, they're so far behind, he can just get away with this.
Yeah, I mean, you said they're so far behind, and I'm just deciding, oh, I haven't checked the graphs yet, because we know they're far behind. I just wanted to know how far. 10k gold in favor of EG, wow. And the gold experience graph, not as much, but still almost 7.5k in favor of EG as well. They're just doing so well right now. Have the map control, have the kill control. They decide where, when, what is happening. And for M5, they only can have damage control. That's all they can do. And right now they're getting tracked up. Demon made sure that happens. Sunstrike is gonna hit though. They might be able to kill him off. Cold Snap happening. Hand of God going through, and he will be fine. Only Persuasion, making sure he stays alive. PGG, Frostbite, Blink, Burrow Strike, Epicenter, and that's a double kill. Lich, Broodmother down, 2 down on the side of M5. Boba, big plays there.
That is how much damage the Veil of Discord amped that up, because he missed like 3 or 4 pulses through the Veil of Discord and then went through the Burrow Strike. That was just it. 2 heroes, bam, dead. So painful. And it also comes down to the fact that it is a level 2 ult, and they're just so squishy except for the bear. The bear is the only one with a decent amount of tank. Everybody else so damn squishy.
Morphling killing out Invoker, and GG well played called. And PGG disconnects instantly, because this was only game 1, and they want to have the right mindset for game number 2. I mean, yeah, that's just so convincing from EG. There was nothing M5 could do against it. Their mid lane didn't work out. Their top lane did work out though with that Broodmother there, but he was not able to get an advantage enough to do something with that triple gank coming in all the time, and he made the same mistake twice or 3 times in a row. And yeah, convincing game.
I feel like the Beastmaster ban by M5 was a bit of a mistake. It should have been the Sand King. Beastmaster is better at locking down the Broodmother, which is what they were worried about. But in the end, it was a teamfight capabilities that Sand King was bringing with that fast Blink Dagger. The huge epicenters, the Veil of Discord just completely wrecking them. So I think that was possibly just a slight misban there, and it really ended up costing him. Because you look at the score there, although of course, then again, 12-1-1. Fear, he's morphling, out of control.
A triple kill early on in the game on a Morphling is pretty painful. But we're gonna see if M5 can take a point still from this matchup, because we're gonna have a game number 2 between EG and M5. Stay tuned for that, and it's gonna come up shortly.